Good morning, ghouls. Today is the day that I have to decide what direction I'm gonna go with my snood this time around. Okay, so again, here is the original. These were my first two picks, obviously, Beetlejuice inspired. Now, my one that I'm working on this round, you and I are working up together, I started working with black and hot pink, which is turning out freaking gorgeous. So happy that I went with this. And then I kind of started questioning myself, do I want to switch over to a second color, or do I just really love this Monster High inspired type snood? When I was looking through all my yarn last night, because I do have quite a few of these, I found one full hank of this color, and this was the option that I was going to switch over. That's pretty much exactly what I need for the middle part here. So I think I'm going to switch over. No, I don't think, like, today's the day. I have to figure this out. I am going to switch over. I'm on row number 10 right this second. And did I leave the last stitch? Yeah, I left it right there. Or whenever I made up my mind, it just got done making my coffee and figured, okay, let's figure this out right this second. This just feels like I should go this direction. I did weigh it, and it is exactly the amount that I need. I don't really know what else I'm gonna do with this, so I'm thinking full steam ahead. Let's just do a super Halloween snood for this round. So rows, what are we on? 9 through 12. That's what we're working up tonight. 9 through 12, and the movie that I'm watching is Abigail. I knew I was gonna love this movie right from the start. It is a vampire campy movie about people that get trapped in this house with Abigail, and then they're just trying to find their way out of the house. It's definitely been done before. It's not a revolutionary idea for a movie, but I really, really, really enjoyed it. I need to cut this pink one, leave the black yarn, and switch over to the purple. Then all I need to do is save this for, what, rows 40-ish? When I switch back over and do the last 10 rows for it, I think I am gonna, no, I don't, my basket is just really, really full. I don't have room in there. So we're just gonna set you aside. I only have 2 rows left then for today, since I already worked up rows 9 and 10 just to get to the spot where we're switching the colors, which means I'm not gonna have that much to work up as I'm watching Abigail tonight, but I just wanna see how the colors play out a little bit here. That's the only issue that I'm having with this crochet along, is that I don't want to set it down. I know there's going to be a couple days coming up here, especially the weekend, where I'm going to be a little busy, so it's going to be nice just to have the 4 rows. This crochet along is super relaxed. Take it however you want to. You don't want to set it down? Don't set it down. There are no rules. Just go ahead and go about it however you want. That screams Halloween throw up right there. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, until then, I have a bunch of my spinning stuff that I need to reorganize and unpack, because this past weekend I went to my grandma's. My auntie and my mom showed up too, and we spent an entire day spinning yarn, which was so freaking fun. My mom, who claims that she is not a crafty person, made quite a few of these. So I have this here, which I need to clean up today. We were just going the entire time. Like, once we got a rhythm, we had one person working with this, blending the colors, another person spinning, another person working with the nitty knotty, steaming. It was a collective. We were working all together. I think she's gonna have to reassess that. I think she is a crafty human, or I'm going to make her into a crafty human eventually here. The one thing that she requested is I had this dark purple, which she loves a good purple, little bits of grays, pops of like plum color, 3 of these completely full with the purple. There's a little bit of one that I started on the bottom here. I don't know, this color was just not working with me. It's like a light rainbowy color. Just, it was fighting me the entire process, and so I just set it aside, picked up the purple, and then it worked beautifully. I mean, obviously, for me, and I still consider myself brand freaking new. I haven't even had this a year yet, but it's not something that I pick up every single day and work on. So super, super new. I'm pretty proud of this. As even as I've gotten so far, and in fairness, this is the 3rd one. So the first one was a little chunky, second got a little bit better. But I mean, we were working on this all day. Like, we started after we had lunch, and then I was going all the way until 11:30 at night. And then after that, I still didn't want to set everything down. So I decided to kind of play around with the pattern to see what I could work up. because I had 2 of these completely steamed from the Nitty Knotty, which we just made there together. Very, very happy that I made my own too. 2 feet of PVC pipe, these little connectors, then just cut these pieces, and that's it. Didn't get anything to cap off the end. I don't really think I'm going to need to, but I love that I can steam right onto this. So I just put the yarn on here, grab my steamer, go, and then set that there. The only thing we were talking about is I think I need to make a couple more of these. Once we got a rhythm, we had a lot of these waiting and ready to go. And the only factor that was slowing us down was dry time for this. Next time we do it, I'm definitely gonna have 4 or 5 of these, but this was so easy to make. Everything got done. 2 of these were fully dry, and I worked up a mitten, like just one, not a complete set, parts that are, I mean, it's art yarn. That's what we're going with this, but it's gonna have such good memories attached onto it because all 3 of us worked on it. Like we all had a part. I mean, 100% wool. This stuff is super, super warm. I do need to block it still, which I am definitely going to because of the parts that are really, really thin. Some are super chunky long. Overall, I'm incredibly happy with this. I didn't write it down, of course. I just kind of went with it. Pretty confident that I can remake this, but that is why I kind of want to get to it today, attack it, so that way I don't forget all of the things and I can make a matching pair. This was just an open panel. Then I crocheted the thumb onto it and closed this top. That was it. So there really wasn't that many moving parts. I did have to attach more on the bottom because I didn't want to make it super, super long for my mom, but then when she tried it on in the morning, everything looked fine. Just wanted 2 more extra rows, I think is what it was. Definitely gonna need all of this, and I might need some more of the other purple stuff that I have. But some of the other ones that we worked up, I've had this laying around since, I don't even know, last October, I think. And my goal was to have it done for Hexmas season because it just kind of screamed Hexmas colors to me. However, when we kind of played around, pulled the fibers out, and worked them all up, Mom decided that she wanted a hat from this because it matched her coat, which is a caramel color. And I agree. I don't think it's too Hexmasy. I think this is a all year round type of thing. I have 2 more braids of this. Also, it does match my hair. The red is perfect. A hat is definitely going to be a lot easier, and I'm not going to need quite as much as this. These are going to turn into little mittens for my nephew, who has requested rainbow mittens. I feel like this screams rainbow. So that has been claimed. This is going to be a hat. I have some mittens going. Oh, I did get a little bit of this started, and this is just beautiful. I was able to keep it really consistent. Like, this is the most consistent that I've ever been with spinning, and I was just in the zone. I was going. I should have just kept going with this, but we were going to have dinner, so I paused, stopped, and then went back to the mittens. Everything else in here needs to get set back up to spin. And you know what? Let's just do that. I'm going to spin. That's what I'm going to do today. Should be the easy part, but I always forget how to start it. Just remember, I don't move my nitty knotty hand. definitely a workout. Your arm definitely gets a workout. Okay, so here is the part where I switched from this one rainbow color that I was doing to the purple, and I just attached it right onto there. I'm just gonna leave it. Fully gonna leave it. Just accepting that's how it is. I don't know if I'm gonna use it for the actual mitten portion, but I'm at least gonna set it so I have it. Yeah, it's pretty rough compared to the other ones that I've been doing. But I think that's the end. Just need to tie this part off, and then we get to steam it. This whole process is just really relaxing. It's like every time I sit down to do this, I fall more and more in love with it. Like, how cool is that? I just made my own freaking yarn, you know? And this little steamer, oh my gosh, I've had this thing forever. It works perfectly. I mean, I have to fill it up quite a bit if I'm gonna do a multiple sets of these. I mean, I only have one Niddy Noddy right now, but if I want to steam an entire cardigan or something like that, I have to fill it up a couple of times. So it works. It's portable, really nice when I was doing it with my mom and my auntie because I could have it on the table. We could kind of move around with it. It wasn't so big and bulky. This was a much easier process when I had my mom steam it and then I hold the Niddy Noddy. It's just really cool to watch the fibers shrink up. This is another reason I didn't want a wooden Niddy Noddy, because if I did this on a wooden version instead of a PVC pipe, eventually the steam would warp it. Here come all my cats because it smells like sheep and I love the smell. So I'm gonna have to set this somewhere, I don't even know. If I just set this right on the table right now to dry, they would attack it. They just roll around on it and it would just be completely destroyed. Just gonna have to set it somewhere and close the door, I think. I get it though, it does smell good. Woo! Alright, I think we're almost there. Now I'm just kind of messing around with it because I think it's fun. But I think pretty much everything is set. Let's just set that there. Yeah. I think we're good. And that's it! Now it just needs to sit for the rest of the night and dry. I'm gonna figure out something else to do with this. Maybe I'll make a tiny pot holder, like the beginning part of it, do a little granny square, work up some of that other yarn too. This might be another adventure for tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with me, spinning up some yarn. What are we doing 9 through 12 today for the Mood Snood? If you're following along with me, have a super spooky rest of your night, and I will see you girls in my next video.